The Car Doctor. Here's a quickie from me to you, right? We're finishing up this 12 Escape. You probably saw the video. If not, get out to our YouTube channel, look up the 12 Escape, where we talk about fuel injectors and scopes and misfires, and it's a pretty good video. You get a lot in 3.5 minutes. By the way, if you like what you see, please like us on YouTube. Like and subscribe where you can. Like and subscribe on Facebook. And don't forget, we're on social media at Ron Ananian, Ananian. And of course, the radio shows there, 180 affiliates across America and around the world via the internet. So get out and find us on your favorite podcast player. So I finished this 12 Escape. And one thing I wanted to cover in detail real quick is this is the self-piercing probe that hooked the wire that the scope was tied to. Can you see that point? Right? You see that point at the very end? That's what pierces the wire. The problem is, once you pierce the wire, you now have a hole in the wire. You might be able to see it just below my index finger right there. It's kind of hard to see, okay? But we don't want to leave it like that. We're going to be a professional, and please, be a professional. It's important, all right? We want to put a dab of what I call liquid electrical tape just on the pinhole, all right? It'll work its way in. It'll seal everything up. Okay, it will keep any moisture and corrosion in the future and prevent damage. I've seen this done with nail polish. I've seen this done with a bunch of different things. I like brush-on electrical tape. Just make sure you seal the top real good when you're done so it doesn't dry out, and then that'll be a completely safe and acceptable repair. The other way you may want to pierce wires in the future is using something called a T-pin. This is basically, it's just a T-pin. It's shaped in the letter T. You'll find it at your local sewing store. All right? That about does it for this. If you're doing any kind of diagnostic work and you're piercing wires, T-pins, self-piercing probes, and brush-on electrical tape is the way to go. I'm Ron Ananian The Car Doctor. I hope you got something out of this. I'll see you guys on radio.
Did you miss this week's full broadcast of Ron Ananian The Car Doctor? Or maybe you want to hear certain parts of it all over again. Well, it's easy to do. Once the show airs, it then becomes a podcast. You can find it through all major podcast players and media: iHeartMedia, Google, Amazon Music, Spotify, and so much more. Use your favorite search engine and ask for Ron Ananian Podcast. Watch what happens next. Need more Ron? That's okay. Look for Ron Ananian, available via podcast, wherever podcasts are found.